Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd. We've got Tim, Andrew, Michelle, and Stefano back. The Curse of Strahd crew. Though I feel like we need a nickname, don't we?
Yeah.
Can we just continue with this
Curse of Strahd crew?
No, that's what I was saying. Can we continue with the Curse of Strahd crew for much longer? I mean, it just feels so sterile, right? Just so clinical.
How about the Motley crew?
I mean,
Strahdians.
Strahdians, that's not a bad one. You know, when we played all the long form games, right? It was Icewind Dale was the Musketeers. Keep on the Borderlands was the Char Coalition.
Char Coalition, baby.
You know, what was the other one? Wild Beyond the Witchlight. That one didn't really have it. It was like the Witchlight crew, right? I mean, it was just like that's not cool. It has got to be something. And so I implore you, chat, let us know what this group should be called. We kind of did this actually for the Keep people. We tried to come up with some name, and we had a couple of conversations about it. It wasn't like solved in one day, but I think we started it, right, Tim? We started it much later into the campaign. It was after the charcoal episode.
Yeah.
It was pretty far into it. I think we were... Yeah, it was. It must have been like 10 or 12 episodes in where we were doing
something like that. When was the charcoal episode? I forget, but either way, there was a episode where charcoal was a very big focus point, and
it had to do with spell components.
Yeah, spell components, exactly. Because you need charcoal for
Find familiar. Is that it?
We had burned down a wizard's house, and then we decided that afterwards, like the charcoal was usable, but then it was the whole process of how do you even make charcoal in the first place.
Yeah, we actually it's actually much simpler than you think, but also I would never have figured that out on my own. So I had to Google it. I found a video, and I played that at the start of the next episode because we were having some furious debates over whether the charcoal they had would be viable and whatnot. Anyway, so that ended up being the name. It stuck, the Char Coalition. But we got to figure ours out before like episode 12 or 13. So right now in the chat, let us know, or comment down below if you're watching this after the live stream. Let us know what this group's nickname should be, because, I mean, I don't know. They've got some weird things have happened to them. So let's see what you come up with. How's it going, everybody? You feeling good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I actually just realized I should probably carry some extra charcoal just in case Yune does.
Well, I would assume that you have at least the components for the spell
One
you're
more
going to cast. Yeah, at least, right? You know?
Yeah.
So you'd have a free Find Familiar cast. But if you need to do it a third time, perhaps you would have to go find charcoal. You know, anything that's... I think that the problem was, and what it was even with the Keep crew, is it's honestly, it's because I think in the rules it says anything would be like easy to find or under 10 gold pieces or something like that. You just have. You don't have to worry, you keep track of it. It's like just easy to have. But in a game where you're trapped in a weird, strange land, I don't know. Maybe something like charcoal might be hard to find. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, Stefano. But we're gonna go around the horn.
Coalition.
They would need charcoal for making iron.
No.
So what's that?
We would need charcoal for iron making, I believe, right?
Probably.
Probably have it.
I would assume. But you know what? We can't assume many things. So we'll figure it out. But we're going to go around the horn, introduce ourselves and our characters. We're going to jump right into the game tonight because we are starting a little bit later than our normal time. I apologize. This is all my fault. We had a thing came up and I had to start a little later. But we're going to jump right into the game. Let's start with Tim. Tell us who you're playing tonight.
Hey, what's going on, gang? I am playing Laurent. I'm a human bard. The College of Spirits get us in that spooky Strahd theme, and I
Mm,
am just so excited to have more meat pies from these lovely, lovely, morally upright ladies.
that's right, because we are an old bone grinder part 2. And if you've played this game before, the words "old bone grinder" they bring a lot of probably horrible memories to mind. But if you haven't played this game, you're in for a treat because we're going to find out what these lovely ladies are up to. Michelle, tell us who you're playing
Boy.
tonight.
Hello, hello. I am playing Dione Ironsage, who is a Dwergar rogue of the Arcane Trickster variety. Also excited to be here. Also hoping for more meat pies. Dione
Mm,
is always in the mood for meat pies.
mm. Yeah, you should always look at the nutritional facts on anything you eat, though. You might be surprised on what's in your food.
Mm,
Is it love? They're made with love. I know it.
Dione
Mm,
is not concerned. It's
I think it's
tasty enough.
fair enough.
definitely love.
Definitely love. Andrew, who are you playing?
I am playing Rufus Gwaindire, human paladin, path of Oath of Glory. And I did not eat any pies this time because I was forewarned by my senses by the Gawain Lord. So myself and Irina are pie free.
That's right, actually, and it's kind of funny because you used your uh, uh, divine sense
Divine sense.
as most of the group was heading up. So when you found out that they were fiends, I mean, I guess in theory you could have been more overt about it, but you've been kind of keeping it under wraps a little bit until the end. Now you've explained to the group kind of what's going on, but there's a lot going on at this very moment. There's a lot of moving pieces, and we'll explain that all in the summary in just a sec. But are you, as someone who didn't eat the pie, you feel good about your decision?
Yeah.
What do you think's in the
Yes.
pie?
I think a little kitty's bone.
What? No.
Well, the children did say they were the secret ingredient, so
They gave the game away.
yeah. Well, maybe not those kids, but the kids before them.
But on
Certainly.
the other hand, it does make you have a nice dream, so maybe there is some regret.
Yeah, maybe. Stefano, who we playing today?
Hey everyone. I'm playing Canas, the half-elf warlock, with his trusty companion, Yune, the imp, with the real cool new voice scrambler that Bob
Hey
used.
everybody, how's it going?
Yeah, there's Yune. There she
Glad to
is.
be back.
And this time I did eat a pie because I was hungry. And I felt like I needed some sort of nourishment if we were going to spend the night. Otherwise, I don't know. Isn't there something that happens if you don't eat in like 24 hours?
Yeah,
Maybe no, it's just maybe not resting in 24 hours. That's what it is.
yeah. If you don't get a good rest or you rest somewhere, like you need to have 8 hours of like uninterrupted rest. It needs to be.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be sleep per se. Half of that, 4 hours of that has to be sleep, unless you're an elf. But generally speaking, you need to have like light activity. So if you're not able to rest, or you're in a place that wouldn't permit resting, then yes, you could essentially end up with exhaustion. So
Mhm.
that may come. Actually, we'll see
may
because
be
you've
me.
been on the road all day in the rain.
Yeah.
So last couple of things here. Obviously, Yune, your familiar, who was invisible during this encounter, was able to overhear Rufus's proclamation to Irina, who all three of you kind of knew that there was something up, and Canas, you were informed that there was something weird about them. First, Yune thought they were friends, but maybe just mixing up the word would have been the problem here. But essentially, Yune knows that there is some pig-like creature in a barrel of black tar down in the first floor level where the storage is. There's also all different weird things there, toads in a trunk and crates filled with all who knows what. But they set up a place for you to sleep down there in that kind of lower level. The kids are sleeping on the top level of this wonderful windmill. The two women who were home were Ophalia and Bella. Those were the two daughters of Morgantha, who you actually met. Morgantha was peddling her pies in the village of Barovia and is on her way home. In fact, was delayed probably due to the heavy rain that you all faced that day. So now at the end of the night, you're here, and like you said, 3 of you ate the pies. Rufus and Irina did not. Yune went up to check on what the kids were doing while Bella was putting them up to sleep, and Yune discovered that at the grindstone, which I discovered, people in the Discord discovered, that a typical windmill actually doesn't have its grindstone on the ground level. Now, for what reason, I'm not 100% sure, but it seemed like there was an article, I skimmed it, that if you grind it above ground, then it can filter down and funnel into some sort of catch, things like that. So it has better to have it up on different levels. But anyway, so past the grindstone level, Yune saw that there were bags and bags of bones, little tiny humanoid bones. So perhaps there is more to meets the eye with these women. Now, at the very final scene, the 4 of you were congregating into the lower level, looking at the bed situation, and then all of a sudden, Ophalia saw a light in the distance from the window and saw that her mother Morgantha's cart was on its way. It was still very far off in the distance, and the cart was kind of hobbling its way on the road, which probably was very hard to get through because all the ruts and the rain had made. But she sees her mother coming. So you've got 2 wonderful women here, hospitable women, and then their mother coming home to greet you all. And you just found out that there are bones up in the attic. So we're going to start. We're going to jump right in. And if I forgot anything, let us know in the chat. All right. Ready to do this?
No,
Let's do it.
but we have
Here we
no
go.
choice.
So, the old bone grinder. So you're at the windmill, the base floor. Ophalia says to you all, "Oh, there's Mother. Goodness, she'll be happy that you're here, especially if you're returning customers. I'm going to go help her out. It looks like she's struggling to get up the hill with that cart. Would any of you like to assist?"
I would love to help your darling mother.
I will also assist.
Oh, I knew you would. And she looks right to you, Tim. She seems to take a liking to you. So she says, "I knew that you would be willing to help us out."
I mean, anything to get my hands on more of those delicious pastries.
And, more pastries you will have. I mean, she probably has close to an empty cart, but you saw we've got plenty of ingredients to make more upstairs.
I cannot wait. I'm drooling at the thought.
And let me know about the volumes, everybody. I feel like sometimes I get on this headset and the settings are just slightly different, and I can't hear it. So let me know. Let me know if you can hear it. And players, you hear it worse than they do probably, but if you notice something, let me know. All right. So Tim, you're gonna go, and is anybody else gonna help Morgantha up the hill?
I was, but I'm not
Andrew.
going to anymore because I wasn't
You're not.
acknowledged by Bella.
Oh. She doesn't care about you.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay back, make sure Irina's okay.
Is Ophalia still upstairs? Are we alone in this room now?
So Ophalia was down there with you, showing you the bed situation, and then
Oh.
from that vantage point, she saw her mother coming up the hill. Actually, it's not really a hill; it's maybe a slight incline, but you're in a valley. So either way, she's coming down along the road, but looks like she's having some trouble. So
Yes.
Ophalia is willing to leave, and it looks like Laurent is going to go with her.
Okay. And
Were
Bella
you still
is...
upstairs? Maybe I'm confused. Were you still upstairs? I thought you all went downstairs.
No.
to see the-
Yune was by the bag that she just untied because Yune was going to check on the children.
Ah, yes. Yes.
So I was wondering because was Ophalia with the children?
Bella's with the children. Ophalia's down with you.
Bella's
Oh.
still upstairs with the children.
Okay.
Right?
Or maybe I was mistaken. Did I make a mistake?
I don't know.
Okay. I thought
Chat,
Bella went upstairs.
Let us know. Yeah, I
Either
think you're
way,
right.
it's fine. Yeah.
I was gonna see if Yune could check on the children if Bella had left the room.
Yune was saying to you that there's
She's
4
coming, right?
floors. Yeah, there's 4 floors. So the kids are in the top floor, where that I think I described it as a almost like a domed top, and in the 3rd floor, which is where the grindstone is, that's where Bella was headed. Like she was headed down the stairs, so Yune had to be quiet and careful and was staying invisible.
Right.
Yeah. So if you want, as soon as Yune gives you the word telepathically that Bella's to the 2nd floor, then Yune could go up and check on the kids.
You know what? I'm just gonna have Yune come to me.
Okay, Yune will follow. All right, and then Dione, what are you doing?
Dione feels suspicious about the fact that Laurent and Ophelia are going off on their own. So Dione's gonna follow along, not because of altruistic goodwill and a desire to help, but merely to keep an eye on Laurent.
You heard what the other people in the village of Barovia said. You got to watch him.
Mm-hmm. She's watching him all right.
This lack of faith in our companionship saddens me. That's me, not Rufus, because Rufus doesn't know that's where you're going.
Since it's just me, Rufus, and Irina in the bottom floor now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would turn to Rufus and I'd say, Rufus, what do you think we should do? Should we run?
The Gwain Lord has told me that these are fiends. I do not think we should run. The children may be in danger. I feel that destiny has brought us here to save the child we saw earlier.
So we fight.
Well, that may not be necessary. We'll keep our swords close.
Irina,
We'll see how events unfold.
Irina, what do you think? Have you ever had one of these pies?
No, I've never had one of the pies. In fact, I know they're popular in the village.
Do you know anything else?
I've seen this woman they speak of, Morgantha. She is a peddler of these pies, and she often makes good money off of them. I know that there's something to do with the family she targets. The returning customers, I should say. My father would always say that I should never buy a pie from her. Now I know why.
Do children from the village go missing?
Sometimes, but my understanding was that the parents could no longer care for them. I know that there's an orphanage somewhere else, maybe in Vallaki or Kresk, is it? I'm not sure. I always thought that's where they would go. The families that primarily bought these pies were not very wealthy. They were gamblers or drinkers.
Perhaps we must take the children to this orphanage.
In Vallaki.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think that these women will let them go willingly.
If there is even an orphanage. Your father never investigated this?
No, he never, well, if he did, I wouldn't have been privy to the information.
Well,
real quick shout out to James, also known as the Doc Game in the chat. He just gifted 10 memberships to YouTube memberships.
Ooh.
Thank you very much, James. Appreciate all the support as always.
Way to go, James.
Go, James.
So yeah, Irina will go on and say like she was really never a part of any plan or anything like that, but it's kind of hard when you're always concerned about Strahd kind of looming over the entire town to solve even the little things.
Well, we shall see what we can do.
But if the kids are upstairs, how are we going to get them out?
I think events will unfold.
Are we realistically going to stay here all night?
I don't think that's such a good idea.
And the three of you ate pies. Within the hour, you're going to succumb to the sleeping sickness and fall asleep and dream.
Is it still raining?
Yes. Pretty heavily like it was before. I mean, eventually you imagine it would tail off. But the weather here has been very unpredictable.
You think they would dare attack us?
We may
I
have
wouldn't
to
put
play.
anything. I wouldn't put anything past any of them. If they're killing children.
We may have to play nice tonight and just have the two of you keep watch,
That was my plan.
and Yune as well.
I
And
will not be bested by a crone and 2 daughters.
we don't know what they're capable of. And Dione, are you in this room as well with this conversation?
Um,
You went
I-
outside, right?
yeah,
Oh, no,
I was following
you walked.
Laurent,
Yeah.
but
We'll
yeah,
go to
have
you
we
in a
already
second.
exited? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it was just
Okay.
Canas, Rufus, and Irina. Yeah.
Gotcha. Then yes,
I remember
I've
now.
left.
All right.
Well,
So
is this sleeping sickness? Does it make it impossible to be woken in the middle of the dream?
I don't know. I've never encountered this before. I mean, I would try my hardest to wake you.
Well, I've already instructed Yune, if anything happens in the night, to smash into me as much as possible until I awake.
Will do. Dione and Laurent. Laurent, you were being escorted by Ophalia through the rain. She gave you a cloak, a fresh cloak, and covered your head. You hear the footsteps, the pitter-patter of Dione's small feet approaching from behind.
Oh boy. I will turn around. And Dione, are you going to join us in helping Morgantha move the cart?
Yes, of course. Helping. That is why I'm here.
Oh, good. The more the merrier, and it looks like, especially in the mud, it's a heavy cart. It might get stuck in the mud, so I'm sure, this will be good. We have more people. This is good. This is good.
Oh, yes, truly. We are so benevolent. Look at us. Look at us. So helpful.
It's
And,
4 benevolent people stuck in the rain.
Mm-hmm. I'll roll up my sleeves. Ready to go.
All right, so you progress down the little trail, the little pathway that leads to the windmill, and as you get away from their path that would lead to their home, it becomes more muddy, and you can see the wagon up ahead, maybe a couple hundred feet away from the structure, and you can see this woman, this old woman. You met her before, white hair. I think actually, did I show you the art for Morgantha? Now that
A long time ago, maybe.
I don't think so. It's not on the list.
I probably didn't because it looks awfully suspicious. Probably. Let me switch us over to our Roll20 scene so people can see this. Here's Morgantha. Let me see if this rings a bell.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have not seen this before.
I would not need a pie
No.
for her. Bob,
Wow.
you know?
Yeah, wow.
Listen, I described her exactly as she was.
Looks
She looks-
so lovely.
She looks like a nice old grandma.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe not that hand.
a hand looks a little.
That's the mean part of her, just the hand.
Looks
I
a
mean,
It's
little
not
sus.
meat pies, it's
The
Werther's
nose.
originals. This is just like grandmother's look.
the nose needs some work.
The nose.
Mhm.
Well, look, I've heard that as you grow older, your nose and your ears get bigger.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Apparently.
That's true.
Unfortunately for me, as someone of the big nose community, I don't know how big it's going to get at some point. Like one day, will it just be like most of my face? I don't know.
Wow. I'm excited for you. I hope that's what happens.
We'll find
So,
out. Maybe
to the
live.
de-
You can see the transition from year to year. It'll be,
Yeah, right. In
make
your
sure you
nose
go to the
now.
dentist, kids, or else your teeth will look like that.
Yeah, she's got
She
some
got too many pies. Too many pies.
too much sweets.
Too many bones inside of the pies.
Mm.
She's coming up. She's coming up the hill, and Laurent and Dione and Ophalia, you'll eventually get close enough where you can really make out the individual and start a conversation. Ophalia will call out through the chaos of the rain and the wind swirling, "Mother, mother, we're here to aid you. Look, we have 2 returning customers. This is Laurent. Isn't he dreamy? And I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dione.
Ah, yes, Dione. She's here.
Nice to meet you. And then as my eyes pan up to meet her face, I kind of, ugh,
Yeah, like
ugh.
a crack of lightning. Yeah,
I
lightning
apologize. I
flashes through the
apologize.
sky, and you could see her face perfectly, like just like this.
Now I really see what you look like.
It is as if we are meeting for the first time. Nice to meet
Oh
you.
yeah, I remember you. Yes, you. I sold you the meat pies.
And they were so delicious. I just had to get my hands on her.
Once you try Morgantha's pies, there'll be no going back. I will continually feed you.
That's what your lovely daughters keep on telling me, and I just can't seem to stop.
Yes. Do me a favor. Help me lug this cart up this path. It's all mud.
Of course. And I will either stand next to her or get behind the cart, and I will put all my small muscles into it.
Okay. Dione, will you help as well?
Yes, I will position myself next to Laurent wherever he is and push along with him.
Give me an athletics check. Whoever wants to make it can be the primary roller, and then I'll give you advantage on this for pushing together. Now, the cart, this is actually quite difficult. It's a pretty hefty cart. The wheels aren't in great shape, and the pathway is basically just a deluge of water.
I'm going
Okay.
to take a guess that your athletics is higher than mine.
Probably. I am boulder shaped after all.
I'll also cast guidance on Dione.
Okay.
Okay, sweet. So let's get a couple of these going.
Mm-hmm.
And then guidance is an extra
D4.
D4. Okay. One of these.
Looking good.
Big old one. Okay. Yeah, so we have a 19 total.
Okay, a 19 total. It's still quite difficult. You're not breaking the cart or toppling it over. You're not making a fool of yourselves, but it's going to take you some time. I'm going to say it's going to take at least 5 minutes for you to get the cart from the start of this trail back to the windmill. Slow going, but you know what they say. Slow and steady wins the race.
So is Morgantha just like incredibly jacked? Like imagining that woman from when you were playing Descent to Avernus, woman who was just like yoked? Or is it just like it just got like more difficult the closer we got to Windmill? It's just like really muddy.
I think you're talking about Mad Mary. Sorry, not Mad Mary. Mad Maggie.
Maybe, yeah.
Or
She had,
Zara.
like three sons in Avernus,
3 sons.
and like her concept art was just her like she had muscle.
Oh no, the you mean the Van Thamper family.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Yes.
Lady Van Thamper, who was just an absolute unit. Like her and Hulk Hogan would go toe to toe. I remember her.
Yeah, her character art is literally like her like Popeye stance, like just showing
Yeah.
her guns off. Yeah, I remember that. No, she's not like her. Like she really does look like an old, elderly, feeble woman. But she has no problem walking. Like she definitely is stronger than she looks. You can tell by the way this cart is giving the two of you trouble bringing it up to the house.
Noted.
But she'll take this time to go over to Ophalia. Ophalia will put her arm and the cleaner, I guess the less damp cloak over her, and they'll have private conversation between the two of them as they're walking up ahead of you.
As the two of you do all the pushing.
Yep.
Is anything like we can hear their conversation, or is it like just with the rain and everything else? It's really difficult.
It is, but if you'd like to give me a perception check to try to really listen in.
Nothing would make me happier.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Is this just one of us? Can we both try?
Yeah, please do. And Michelle, I noticed, do you have your 3D dice taken off?
Oh,
In the settings, go to 3D dice. I feel like you've had it on
Oh.
before.
I have had it on before.
Roll20 did go through an update. Seems like for quite a few of you. So
Okay.
maybe they reset some settings. I don't know.
It's on.
Okay, maybe
Okay.
it's weird.
I mean, I'll keep my original roll.
Yeah, no, keep the original roll just for the future.
Did it-
All right, so you got
Oh.
a 19 perception and Laurent
Nice.
a 21. Okay, good.
Wow.
The two of you can hear what they're saying. They're saying it in. They have to speak a little bit loud because of the rain as well. And Morgantha doesn't seem to be too good of hearing. But with the rain and the wind, it does make this a little challenging to hear. But you make out a gist of a conversation. She says, the kids are all tucked in bed. The next batch is near completion. We should have it ready by the morning. Our guests are staying downstairs. I hope you don't mind. They have nowhere else to go. And Morgantha says, listen, as long as they're actually here to buy pies and not snoop around, I'm fine with it. But if they do any snooping, if they seem like they catch on more than they should, don't worry, Mother. They don't suspect anything. That's what you hear.
Well-timed thunder.
Yeah.
I put my chin down and I feign like pushing with all my might. Just, as if I haven't heard a thing.
Come on now,
Bye.
hurry up. Hurry up. Put your
You
back
two-
into it.
You two having a lot of trouble pulling this cart up this old woman pulls everywhere.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How far away are they if I look outside?
Couple hundred feet. We'll come up to you two now. Rufus and Canas, you're inside with Irina. You hear calling up from the second story. Bella says, all right, well, the kids are asleep. We're going to be continuing baking. If you want to come up and keep us company, you're more than welcome to. If you want to hit the hay and get some shut-eye, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Mother will be coming in any moment, so just clear a path for her and let her dry off.
Of course, of course. I'd love to help. Teach me the skills when it comes to baking. I've never baked anything in my life before.
Fine, come on up.
And this is the floor below where the bone grinder was, right?
Correct.
Okay. At this point, I will telepathically tell Yune to tie up that bag.
Which bag? Oh, the one with the bones in it?
Yep.
Already done.
Oh, perfect. Wow. It's like you read my mind, Yune.
Always.
So you go upstairs. Bella's showing you their oven and how they prepare the pies. Everything is actually prepared. You know, you saw the kids making the next batch, so they're ready to go in. But she just explains to you how their process is. You know, they've been at this mill for quite some time, so they've got it down to a science. The kids that they've taken in have been wonders. They help with the process so much. Having just extra hands, you know, extra fingers in the pie, you know, really helps a bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're made with love, clearly.
Oh, that's our main ingredient, she says. Love of a child.
Yes.
So, you're upstairs, and Rufus and Irina will be downstairs. You see them coming. Do you want to do anything as they approach, or do you want to prepare anything before they get there, or are you good?
I bonus action hex. I'm just kidding.
I'm good for now.
Okay. So
I'm
then
just
we'll go
learning how to knead the dough.
needlessly. We'll go to the bottom floor then. Dione and Laurent, you finally get this thing up. Take a couple minutes, like I said, 5 minutes in total. But you finally get up to the front door, and Rufus and Irina will open it, and you'll stride in with the cart and Morgantha and Ophalia in tow. Oh, what dreadful weather, Morgantha says. Ah, yes, I remember you two. Wait a second. You there. She goes, you're the burgomaster's daughter, are you not? And Irina gulps and she's like, yeah, it's me, Irina Kolyana. I remember seeing you in town a few times. Peculiar to see you out here. This late. This far? Your father must be worried sick.
Well, Irina's with us. She wanted to see a little bit of Barovia, so we're taking her with us on our journeys.
I know her father a bit. I would say he wouldn't let her leave with anyone, not over his dead body.
What happened to the child that you were taking care of from the parents? Is he here?
Oh, good thing you reminded me. I almost forgot. Come here, Micah. And she turns around, and the cart, she like opens up at the bottom. There's like a storage unit. She opens it up, and there's a bag, like a sack, and she'll drag it out. You hear the thud on the floor, and she opens it up, and this small like 7-year-old boy pops out. He's got like dirty brown hair. I think I described him to you before. He was whimpering next to his parents when she pried him away. And he looks frightened, obviously. She goes, "It was the only way to keep the boy dry. Did him a service. Right? And you could feel your legs still." He's like, "They're a bit numb, ma'am."
You've carried him all the way here with this heavy cart like that?
"That's right." And Laurent and Dione, now you know why this thing was so heavy.
Explains it.
Oh, no.
You must be
Oh.
very strong
She'll like
for
stand
a
up.
woman of your age.
Yeah, she'll like stand upright, and you hear like every vertebrae crack. Ah, it's been a long trip. I need to get these bones dry.
Would you like me to take the child up for you? Put him with the other children?
He can walk, can't he?
Well,
And
I
he's
guess
like-
he's been sitting down for a long time.
I would love to be warm by a fire. Andrew?
What was your name again, boy?
Micah.
Mica. Ah. Like the mineral. Strong, a strong name.
Yes, every time I get a present, my parents say it's for Micah.
Why did you come here? Why did your parents give you to Morgantha?
They always took me for granted. Sorry, I had to.
Well, that's marvelous.
Oh my god.
Of course, of course.
I can't
Night,
believe
everyone.
you guys. How do you come up with that so quickly?
My parents always worked a lot. Always had a lot on their slate. It was a nice life, but
But
they never really could pay me the attention. So now I'm here.
Maybe when you see them again, you guys will iron it out.
so Morgantha, are you going to be having the boy here or taking him to the orphanage in Vallaki?
Oh, the orphanage, please. If I wanted him dead, I'd kill him right now.
It's not a good place.
I wouldn't trust any of those Valakians with these children. He's going to
Yeah.
be here with us.
You taking any of the other children to the orphanage?
Sometimes, if I have to, but we have room for 3, don't we? To Athalia, and she says, "Yes, of course." He's too young to go to the orphanage. I only drop off orphan children if they're at least 12 years old.
Well, if I had literally anything, I would give it to the boy as a token, but I don't have any stuff at all, so I
It's
won't.
okay. Go ahead, boy. Get up there by the fire. Warm yourself. He'll walk up there if you go, Rufus. He'll grab your hand.
Okay, I'll go in. He goes upstairs.
Mhm.
Go in. Come, Irina.
Yes, I'll be right there. And she kind of looks at Dione and Laurent, just kind of makes sure that you're all aware. She's going up. So she'll join you up the stairs. As you go, you see Canas getting the tour of the kitchen. And I guess, where is Yune right now, Canas?
Yune was on the bottom floor. I was going to have Yune sent to tie the bag, but she already took care of it because she's the best.
So Yune's just following you.
So I think Yune's kind of just with me at
Okay.
this point.
All right, so Rufus, you go up there, and the boy will go over by the oven. It's the source of heat in this place. So he'll go over and just sit there, introduce himself to Canas and Bella. And Bella says some retort of the long lines of, "You're going to really enjoy your stay." And he'll sit there quietly, as he's pretty terrified. Morgantha will tell Laurent and Dione. She'll say, "The boy's parents were alcoholics. Couldn't take care of their boy. They kept coming to me for pies. But they were addicted to them too. You've tasted them, they're delicious. So I offered to take the boy because they obviously couldn't care for him."
Interesting. They were flaky parents.
Now, the two of you, if you could, please, excuse me and my daughter for a moment. We're going to head upstairs.
Sounds
So
good. We'll take care of Mika.
She'll go up with Ophalia. They'll go up to the second floor. They'll go up to the third floor, and they'll beyond. They're going to go. So that Laurent and Dione, you're still on the bottom floor. Rufus and Canas, you're on the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Let's go in pairs here. Or unless you have something else you want to do. Laurent and Dione, what are you doing down in the bottom floor?
Nope, that's on the bottom floor. As long as like there's one of the sisters is with us, I'm happy to keep kind of like conversing with them.
No, they went upstairs. So Ophalia took her mom all the way up. And Bella is in the second floor with Canas and Rufus now.
Let's go to the second floor then. There's
Okay.
no reason to hang out down here by ourselves unless I'm feeling the effects of sleepy time tea already.
You feel it coming on. You're getting tired, but you can still stay awake. No need to make checks or anything like that.
Oh, then I'll go upstairs then. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you're all together.
I'll also go upstairs. Yeah.
Okay, so you're all together. Discuss. What do you want to do? You go upstairs, and Bella's putting the last pies into the oven.
What's about the size of the oven, just for scale, for reference?
I would say it's a single oven. Definitely not much bigger than that of a 7-year-old child.
So like average compared to the oven in my house, like that size. Kind of?
Yeah, roughly made of iron. Yeah. Mhm.
Got it. Okay. Noted.
No formica on the countertops here.
Yet.
I'll ask Bella. Is the grindstone upstairs, Bella?
Why, yes, it is. It's just above us.
Would I be able to see it? I have an interest in the mechanisms
Oh,
of windmills.
It's really. You've seen one grindstone. You've seen them all.
We have many mills in the land of Gwaindire. I would like to see if there is any particular mechanism that maybe I can bring back to the land to make it operate more efficiently.
She'll dust
Sometimes
her.
I wonder about our millers, about their technical proficiency.
Give me a deception check.
Whereas okay, I'll do deception, but I do sometimes wonder about the millers in Dolly coat. Deception.
You got to worry about those millers.
James noticed the hats.
21.
Hats off to you, James. Thank you. Deception 21. Very nice.
Yeah.
She says, "Well, I guess there's no harm. We could take a look at it, but don't mind the mess. There's just bags of grain all over the place."
Oh, okay. Well, what type of grain do you mill here? Is it wheat?
Yes, for the pies. We need flour.
Oh, of course, of course.
Come
okay, let's
upstairs.
go and have a look. Okay.
Are you all going?
Anyone else would like to join us?
No. So just
Sure.
you.
Why not?
Canas as well?
I'll stay in the kitchen. On the second
Okay.
floor.
So the two of you go upstairs with Bella. You can see the grindstone area. Again, this is a very small, it's a cylindrical tower. So when you get up there, it's the same size as the bottom floor. In the center, there's about a 5-foot diameter grindstone. It's a big, huge wheel, and you can see that the mechanism shoots up into the top portion. So up in that fourth floor, even above, is probably where the windmill, the blades would connect. So it's above this floor, but it goes up through the ceiling.
But the mechanism's not engaged.
Not right now, no.
Right.
But you do see about 3 or 4 bags filled with some sort of material. I think, Canas, you would assume that those are the bones.
Remind me, did I get told that it was bones in there?
I think I told everyone in the room.
Okay, I'm going to go to a bag and open it and say, oh, let me see this wheat that you get. I'm surprised you can grow with the weather conditions around here.
Do you say this without, you announce that you're going to do it?
Yeah, I say, let me have a look at the wheat in these bags. I'm surprised you can grow quality wheat to make such good pies with such cloudy weather constantly.
She says, "Oh, no." She says, "Don't worry about that." She'll go over to the sacks that are on the side, and she says, "Don't worry about that. It's grain."
Well, and then I walk over to the mill. I look at the millstone and I guess I don't observe that there's any grain, right?
No grain.
You would be able to see husks.
No grain. It looks like. Give me a quick investigation check.
Yeah. Five.
You don't see any sight of wheat being ground here, but there is some sort of like a powdery substance, a residue that's left over.
Oh,
you
okay.
have no idea what it is.
I'll get some on my finger. I say, this doesn't look like grain. It's funny residue. Maybe you have a different type to ours.
Does it look like something that's been used in the pies?
You didn't see this ingredient. There was no little pot with powder in it or anything like that. No confectioner's sugar or anything like that.
I'm just wondering if they're substituting flour with something else.
She says, it's a common thing. You may not know much, but many millers will see this residue after a long grind. We just made a batch earlier today.
Well, let me see this. Let me see this grain, and I'll grab a sack.
Okay, so there are 4 sacks. Roll me a d4.
Well, I want to grab the one that is there. One that obviously, what's it? The sprite thing, Dione. Was there be one that was like on its side or partially open or
Did you
something?
just call Yone?
Dione. Yeah.
I would interject as he grabs the sack and just say, Rufus, she said it's full of grain. I think it's rude to infringe on their operation. Don't you think?
I look at Canas and I try and gauge what he's thinking when he says that.
He's about to pick up the wrong bag, Canas. The one I checked is to the right.
I give Canas a quizzical look.
I would like to. Sure. Do you think it wise to just start going through other people's materials for their business?
It's fine. It's quite all right. She goes for the bag that you were leaning towards. She opens it up. You can see it's grain. It's wheat. No harm here. It's the same that they grow everywhere, I'm afraid.
I'll take a look at it. The wheat.
It looks like wheat.
Is it good quality wheat?
Average. I mean, I don't know how much you know about the grains and the milling process, but standard.
Well,
I guess we're the grain gang.
Gwaindire is known for its quality grain, so I know a little bit about grain.
The Gwain grain.
It's the Gwain. It is
the grain
Gwaindire.
I like
this,
that.
It's not quite. It's not quite as good as the Gwain. It's not quite as good as the Gwain grain.
The Gwain
That's
grain.
the most glorious grain in the land.
Well, this is how we got our name, Gwaindire. Gwain is a
Gwaindire.
corruption of the word grain.
Somebody's had a lisp. They couldn't say it right.
And dire is the local dialect for valley. We are Grain Valley, Gwaindire.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you
Is
must
that
know
what
a
that
lot about
means? Is that why
Oh,
you're
yeah.
so curious about this girl?
it. Give me. Hold on. Are you being
Yeah,
serious
yeah.
now, or is this sort of semi-serious? Even if it's. Is this part of your backstory? Is this part of Gwaindire?
This is now canon.
This is canon of Gwaindire?
Now it is, yeah.
Give me a history check.
History,
Sorry, not history. Why did I say that? Nature, please. Nature.
nature.
Mhm.
19s.
I mean, it's very poor grain for Gwaindire standards, but it is
Right.
truly grain. There is no other substance mixed with it.
This is what I would expect from your poor growing conditions. And then,
This is the best we could do with no sunlight.
I'll look at Canas like, I thought you said there were bones. I'll give him a, I thought you said there were bones, but there's grain look.
A common look among friends.
Sure, I'll give him a. Were you trying to find the bones in there right in front of these people? Look.
I wanted to force, I'll give him, I wanted to force the issue look.
The looks going back
I
and
give
forth
him
here
a-
are incredible.
I give him a. Do you want to die tonight? Look.
If looks could kill. Back down
Pat.
to the kitchen. Hold on. Back down to the kitchen. Laurent, Dione, Micah is shivering. He's getting close to the iron stove and putting his hands up to it. And he looks at you all. Whenever you catch a glimpse of, eye contact, he averts his gaze. What do you do?
I'll give the kid a look that says. No, I just want to ask him. So Micah, tell us about your parents.
I prefer not to, sir.
I won't pry then.
I miss them very
Yes.
much.
The end. Back to the grinder.
What a counselor, what a comfort you are.
You know, we were. Doesn't want to talk about it. We were told that your parents seemed like they really missed you when you were taken away. I find it difficult to believe that they were really, depraved, as Morgantha said.
They love those pies, and he's holding his hands up to the oven, and he looks in, and you could see through the grate that there's pies cooking. It was all those pies. They loved them. Every night they'd consume them.
Have you ever tried one of the pies?
No, they wouldn't let me.
Would you like to?
I guess so, but I don't know. My parents told me it was bad for me. Kids should not eat them.
Micah, after your parents ate so many pies, did something happen to them?
Well, they just always wanted to buy more, so they kept calling the peddler. And then one day they said that I had to go away with the peddler. I was scared, and I told them I did not want to go, but they said it was for the best, that I'd be happier somewhere else.
Well, Micah, there are other kids here, and they seem very happy.
There are?
So, yeah, I don't know if you have any siblings, but it seems like you might have some adopted children close in age to you soon.
He kind of excited at the idea of seeing other kids his age.
Um, Bob, are there, I'm gonna look around. Is there a kettle in this
Sure.
kitchen? I'd
Yeah.
like to make Micah a cup of tea if the resources are available.
You can, you want to go see if you can find some tea leaves?
Yeah,
Give me a quick perception check
sure.
and call out your number.
A 9.
A 9.
Oh,
You're able to
When you're
find
at
a
your
kettle.
friend's house trying to find stuff.
yeah.
You're able to find a
Finding some
kettle.
jungle juice.
Able to find a kettle, and it's already filled with water. But the tea leaves. You search through, opening up cabinets, and you find some strange items in there.
Oh.
Yeah, you see amid various bottles and what looks like spices and herbs and things like that, you can see 3 small containers that look like they are sort of a potion or an elixir. One is labeled youth. It's like a golden syrup inside. The second one is labeled laughter, and it looks like it's got red. It's like a red liquid inside. And then the last one, the third one, says mother's milk, and it's got a greenish, milky liquid inside.
Okay. I will say, oh, Micah, just 1 minute. I will make you something warm to drink. Laurent, come look, come look. Now
You also,
I'll
sorry, you also see, a couple other mundane-looking items: bowls, baking ingredients, including flour, sugar, and several gourds of some sort of white powdery substance.
Oh.
Also hanging on the inside of one of the cabinet doors is a dozen locks of hair.
Oh, yikes. Okay. Ah. Um,
Sorry, I don't know why I
think,
made me laugh. I don't know.
yeah.
It's a hairy
Troubling.
situation.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I will say yes. So, Micah, wait just 1 minute. I will make you some tea or something to drink. And then I'll kind of whisper, shout at Laurent, come look, quickly. Don't touch, but look, look.
I look in the cabinet and see are the elixirs in there in different cabinets, I hope?
No.
And I will say, well, this is not a sanitary kitchen. That's my first response.
So what do you do?
And then I'm sure it's youth for youth. You know, they've got kids here. This seems like a reasonable thing to add to their tea, right? Come on, like the mother's milk raises other questions, but I'm not here to judge.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, you know, youth for youth. I think we give him some of the golden one. That seems like good tea to me. This isn't at all.
Gonna give him
I
some of the
agree,
golden?
Dione. This is strange, and I
wanna
don't
give
want to
him-
stay here another night. But I'm willing to overlook it for tonight.
Okay. I'm
wanna
just
give
gonna like, if I have a small container of any type on my person, I just want to take a little bit of the white powder, just like a pinch, and take some of it for myself. And then I'll smooth over the top so that it's not visible that I took some. And then yeah, once I have my steaming cup of hot water from the kettle, just be like, okay, use for use.
All right,
I
you
take
give him
a-
some of the golden. It looks like almost like honey, right? It's just looks
like
really.
a little dabble too, you know, like brushing your teeth or putting honey in tea, just a little bit.
Yeah, it
Looks
changes.
delicious.
It changes the
Mm.
color of the water. It's a nice golden, warm liquid now, and you want to give it to Micah.
Oh, sure do.
Yes.
It smells rather good, actually. It does kind of smells almost like like a a syrupy, a sweet syrup. So maybe like honey, or I wouldn't say maple syrup because that has a very distinct smell, but definitely like a honey smell. So you give it to him, and he starts to drink it. And it cools off, and over the next minute or so, he starts to get more comfortable with the temperature, and he like downs it. He probably hasn't drank anything all day. It took you all day to get here, and you didn't see any water bottles or water skins on good old Granny's trolley, so he probably hasn't had much to drink. So he downs that, and will thank you for it.
Okay.
After a minute or so, he kind of is quiet. He doesn't say much. You go on about your time here, and you notice they're taking an awfully long time upstairs.
What did they say they were doing upstairs?
No. Not you, Rufus and Canas. I meant Laurent and Dione. You know that Rufus and
Oh.
Canas are taking a long time upstairs.
Well, Micah, it seems like if you're all warmed up here, it seems like a good time to be bringing you up to bed. You've had a long day of travel, and you must be just exhausted.
He's like, actually, I'm growing very tired right now, sir.
Well then, Slick, let's just bring you upstairs and tuck you in, huh?
You pick him up?
I don't want to.
Oh, he looks very fatigued.
I guess I have to.
It's up to you. You don't have to. Dione can.
I'll hold his hand and walk him upstairs if he wants.
Okay. He'll get up and hold your hand, and you notice as you're starting to walk over to the steps, he's like, I'm getting very sleepy, sir. And he like passes out. He falls. You're holding him by his hand. You're holding him up though.
He's
I'll
just
like I can kind of throw my shoulder under his armpit and like try to prop him up and have him walk between the two of us.
He's closer to your height, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see if we can like carry him along,
Sure.
dragging
So-
his feet.
Sure, Dione and
Why doesn't someone just pick him up? It's like a,
absolutely not.
Dione
did you give
and
him?
Laurent, you start carrying him up, shouldering him up the stairs. Narrow stairwell, so Durant,
so weird.
Laurent and Dione, you kind of have to sidestep this up, the steps, but he's between the two of you. Dione will go up first, holding one shoulder, the other. Laurent, you kind of get him from the bottom. Irina is staying downstairs here, but she says, I'll stay here and just make sure everything's put back in one place. She just close the cabinets and things like that. Rufus and Canas, the two of you hear the footsteps coming down. Morgantha is coming down the steps. She's changed. She's in dry clothes. So is Ophalia. And they say, good. It looks like they're sound asleep. Mentioning Freak and... I know, his name's
Myrtle.
Freak. I know, Freak and Myrtle. Yeah, Freek. Freak. Tell me if you know in the chat if that's actually like a Eastern European name or something like that. I'm not sure. A lot of these names are picked. But the Myrtle can't be, right?
Isn't that what
Myrtle Beach.
isn't that what Greyjoy went by in Game of Thrones?
Reek.
Oh,
Reek.
it was Reek. It was Reek.
Reek. Yeah. Anyway, so now the group's all here, basically. Laurent and Dione, you're shuffling up the steps, and you notice Dione, he's getting lighter. It's much easier to carry him as you're progressing up the steps.
What did you give him?
Just some tea.
What did
Yeah.
you make it with?
Youth flavored honey, man.
By the
Yeah.
time you get up the steps, Laurent and Dione, you kind of turn as this boy who you were hoisting up the steps, kind of this dead weight. You look, and he's slowly
Loading.
transforming.
Oh no.
He is a baby. He's a 6-month-old child in your hands.
So his age was like 7 to 8, and now it's 6 months.
Yep. He is now a 6 or 7 month old baby. He's a child. He falls out of his clothes.
Well, now I can't just hold him by the arm anymore. I suppose I have to carry him. I'm
mean,
unhappy
quickly
about
gather-
that, mind you.
I quickly gather up his clothes. Should we take him to bed quickly before anyone sees?
You're at the top of the steps right now, and you see Rufus and Canas and the other women are all kind of having a conversation at this point. They look over towards you. They see Dione. You've kind of crested the top of the floor, where the stairs come up. But the baby's behind you. So what do you do, Dione?
I hold the clothes in a bundle behind my back and I say, "Oh, hello."
Hello. You said your name was Dione?
Dione.
Ah,
Yes.
Dione. What, why do you have that child's clothes in your hand?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a little strange.
he just wanted to get a little more comfortable. It was a long journey. He just wanted to relax and get out of the traveling clothes. So, it's just helping him to rest. No big deal.
Ophalia
there's
says, I'll get him some
there's a
clothes.
7-year-old running around naked in
And-
the kitchen.
In the confusion, I want to look in that other sack.
You can look. Give me what's a sleight of hand? Is that a thing? Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see if you can give me sleight of hand for so that nobody notices you're looking in the back.
6.
You can open it, but everybody sees that you open it. And it's bones. Small human bones.
Everyone's looking at me now.
Do we all also see the bones? or do we see
including
them open the
Canas,
sack?
who is
Yeah.
pissed.
In fact, you had such a low roll. A 6, was it 6?
Yeah, 6, yeah.
What was your roll? What was your natural
5.
dice roll? 5?
Yeah.
You open it up and a tiny human skull rolls out, clatters onto the floor, and rolls towards the grain mill.
It'll go quiet. And then with a
Really
heave,
quiet.
I'll push the whole sack over and the bones will clatter everywhere.
Oh my God! What are you doing?
I'll look at the women and say, what is the meaning of this?
What is the meaning of what you
What is
just did?
going on here?
The women look at each other and they say, "Well, I guess you've caught us." And you look to Ophalia, who is standing next to Morgantha, and her visage will change rapidly. This beautiful woman who you saw earlier morphs into this older. I mean, I wouldn't say she's as old as Morgantha, but she definitely turns into an older crone. And similarly, Bella, you turn to your side, and she's standing there, and she looks similar, like a coven of hags.
Have a great summer.
So these
I'm
three
traumatized.
these 3 women who all look horrific now. You see pustules and boils. I will also say their skin has a almost like a dark blue complexion to it, almost like a purplish indigo complexion. So their skin went from a nice like I said, very smooth, no blemishes, like very white. I would say pale, a little pale skin because I guess no sun, to just indigo sheen.
I see you as you are now. Here's what's happening here. We're taking these 3 children. Where is Micah, by the way? We're taking these 3 children.
You just hear a tiny baby coo behind Dione.
And we will leave. That is the bargain I will strike with you.
"Oh, this is delightful," she says. "I told you, customers don't come to our mill. They wait for our pies." And she looks to Ophalia, and Ophalia puts her head down. "I'm sorry." Oh, well, her voice is gonna mess my throat up. She's like, "You're right, Mother. You're right. I was wrong. I apologize." And Bella's like, "I say we kill them now." And
You wanna
Morgantha says, "Oh no, we're not going to kill them. Not yet. They'll be our prisoners for a long time."
Oh, goodness.
And let's roll initiative.
Rufus, you idiot!
You think we're gonna leave kids? No way.
We're all gonna... 3 of us are gonna be asleep in minutes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Who's holding? Is it Dione? Are you holding the baby, or am I holding the baby?
You're holding the baby. I'm holding his clothes.
I'm holding an infant.
So real quick here, here's what we're gonna do. If you can remember to roll, the turn order there. We're doing this theater of the mind here. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna describe the area again. You're on the 3rd floor, and we'll just do the initiative. I'm not gonna go worry about roll 20 initiative. I'll just write it down and we'll go through it. There aren't that many of us here. So we've got Irina. Did somebody roll for Irina or no? See Irina.
I think that was there. I think Irina and Ismark was from the last...
Gotcha. So I'll roll for Irina, and let's see. Rufus a 19.
Yep.
Canas an 8.
Yeah.
Dione is 17.
Yep.
then
Irina's got a 15. And what'd you get, Tim?
I got a 22. I didn't click on the turn tracker first.
That's
though.
fine. 22. I see it come up in the chat. 22 for you.
Yeah.
So we got Laurent, 22, Rufus, 19, Dione, 17, Irina, 15, and Canas, an 8. And then I'll roll for our lovely hags here.
I didn't realize hags were fiends. I was confused.
Yeah.
Night hags are fiends.
Yeah.
I don't know about others. I think perhaps a green hag might be a fae, something like that. They're all different, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's change over some of the music as well, because this cannot be the music that we have. All right, here we go. We begin with Laurent. Laurent, you are 2 steps down the stairs, and you have a baby in your hand. What do you do? And again, this room is a 20-foot diameter circle. There's a 5-foot diameter millstone, grindstone, in the center, and that has like a pole, a pillar, basically, that turns it going all the way up to the 4th floor. The stairs wrap around the outside circle, right? So you came up the circle and it curved up into this room. So that's where you are. And there's a similar staircase on the opposite side that goes up to the 4th floor, excuse me. And there are 4 sacks. You know, one of them at least has grain. The other has bones spilled all over the floor.
I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use...
And I will say there's windows on every floor. There are 4 windows on every floor in the cardinal directions.
I'm going to shift the small baby Micah into one arm, so I'm kind of holding it. I'm going to pull out my voodoo doll that I stole from Mad Mary with the other hand, and start mumbling into it. And I'm going to cast Hex on Morgantha.
Hex on Morgantha. Okay.
Will be my bonus action. So for the remainder of my concentration, up to an hour, she remains hexed. And then I'm going to use my action to run down the stairs to the bottom floor. And then I need to put down Micah. And like the best place, we have like beds made downstairs, so I feel like that's a good place for a baby to stay for this combat.
Okay, so you run down. We'll say you can you double move. You go up a floor, down a floor with a move. So you take your double move and you go down, because Hex is a bonus action?
Yeah.
All right, so you dash and get down to the bottom floor. You can put Mike on one of the beds.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay, we'll go to Rufus.
I'm imagining, as it's a small room, these hags one of them's within 5 feet of a window.
Certainly. I mean, there's windows on every, like I said, at every side. There's a window. So
And the
maybe
window's
just
pretty
below
big,
the
right?
stairs going up, and just above where the stairs were coming, on the other side, and then on the 2 opposite walls.
So I have my sword and my shield because I never put them down. I want to rush.
You don't have them drawn though, correct?
Well, I guess I can use the auto thing to draw the shield. You can do that one thing.
Yeah, you can
And
draw
then-
one thing for free.
And then I want to rush at one of the hags, the one where it's most convenient, and try and barge them and shove them through the window.
We'll say that Morgantha and Ophalia, since they came down the steps, they're at one of the sides where there would be a window. So you can rush and hit Ophalia, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go with that one.
All right. I should switch over to our Roll20 screen. Let me do that real quick.
And just, I forgot to say, the Hex is going to be on Wisdom, so she has, I think it's disadvantage. Disadvantage on ability checks made for Wisdom.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So Rufus, you take one of your attacks and you use it as a shove. Give me a athletics check.
Do I get any bonus for using the shield?
No, there is a thing with like the shield bash feat. If you had that gives
I
you
don't
like a
have that.
free push or something like that. But no, there's no benefit.
Okay. 25.
Wow, you succeed. So you will push her, and I think it's up to 5 or 10 feet with a standard push. So
Yeah,
that's
something
more
like
than
that.
enough to move her one step out the window.
So I want to smash her through the glass.
There's no glass, but there are shutters.
Oh, okay. So I want to
Yeah.
smash her through the window so she has to fall.
And she will. So you successfully bum rush her and push her through the window. She'll scream as she flies down and lands at her destination, the
And
ground.
I'll scream, "Die, witch!"
You can tell though that she gets, you can look out the window. She's there. She's kind of like coming to. She seems a bit dazed, but this did not kill her. Roll 3d6 for her fall though.
Roll what? Sorry.
3d6 damage for her fall.
Wow.
16.
Nice, 16 damage from her fall. All right, so Ophalia is out the window, and
And
she took
I'll-
16 from the fall.
And I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Can
as
you
a
do all
bonus
that? Did
action.
you? Oh, a bonus action. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you push her out the window. Then we go to Dione.
Okay. Is anyone standing since Rufus bum rushed Ophalia? Does that mean he's now next to or close to Bella or Morgantha?
So he was actually close to Bella to begin with, but it's so small. I mean, like I said, it's 20-foot diameter, so basically you're all kind of within range of each other at all times.
Hmm. I see. I see.
But I would say since
Uh.
you're at the stairwell, right, obviously that means that, you're kind of the furthest from anybody in the room.
Okay. I think can I ready up a spell?
Certainly. What do you want to cast?
I'd like to ready up silvery barbs.
Oh, luckily that's a reaction, so you don't have to prepare it like you do a readied action.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And Silver
Okay.
Barbs is fantastic, so I would definitely
spell.
use it when you want to.
Yeah. Okay. So I can just like hold on to that and announce
Yeah,
it
it's a
when I use
reaction. So when somebody does something on their turn, and like let's say they, roll a bad roll, you can or the enemy rolls a good roll. You could just make them re-roll it, and then you also get to give somebody within I think 30 feet of you advantage on their next attack. Just like here you go, free advantage. Here you go.
Nice, nice. Okay, then I will keep that in my pocket. I guess for now then I will rush up to Morgantha.
Uh-huh.
And I'd like to attack her with my short swords.
Go for it. And I'd say so obviously Andrew is right next to her, so you'd get your sneak attack.
Sweet. Oh. Okay. So, did you see a physical die? On
I did
Morgantha?
not, but I do see it come up in the.
Weird. Okay. Okay, well, does a 13 hit?
It does not. She's an old lady, but quite spry for her age.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna then bonus action try to attack again. Or
Oh,
is
with your
that
offhand
only
weapon? Sure.
when I've
Yep.
hit?
mhm.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, oh, all right, cool. So that's a nat 20 on
Hey,
that
nat
one.
20. So you can use your sneak attack on this one.
Ooh,
If
double
I'm not
dice.
mistaken, though, you do not add your dexterity bonus to the damage here.
Right.
Because I don't think you didn't choose the dual weapon feat.
That is correct. Okay.
But you get an extra bonus from your sneak attack dice, so that'll be good.
Yeah. So then that's
Still
a total
solid.
Of, 12 damage to Morgantha.
Okay, great. And remind me, what type of weapon is this?
This is a short sword finesse.
Is it-
Uh,
Is it silvered?
Is it silver? No, it is not silvered.
Doesn't seem like all the damage goes through.
Do you
I don't
not
think
get
it rolled the. I don't think it rolled the crit damage.
No, you need to roll again and
Yeah, another. Yeah, just click on short sword again.
Oh, I
Another
see. Yeah, it actually only rolled the.
oh,
What
just
it did,
20.
no,
Cool.
no. What it did is that it only rolled one dice for the piercing and the sneak attack. So, in addition, it will do another 3.
But her sneak attack is already 2d6,
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
so
right.
it does 4d6. So
Oh,
it,
you're right.
you're gonna add both.
You are right,
Oh.
but you won't
So
add
it's
the
gonna do
strength
20
to
total.
it. You won't add the strength to it. So actually,
No.
it
I
looks
don't
like it
think.
did not.
I
Yeah.
think it's. I don't think it's adding the strength.
It does
No, it
look
isn't,
correct. So
'cause-
it's 20.
It is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wow.
All right,
Cool, you
perfect.
fixed that.
Thanks, guys.
Great job. So you swing once, and she dodges your first attack, but then you come around with the second, and you cut her right on the leg. I'd imagine not blood, but something more fiendish, ichor or something will ooze out of her leg wound.
Yuck.
And I'll display in the tabletop what night hags look like, in case you haven't seen them.
All right then.
All right, now we go to... It'll be the hag's turn. Let's see. So, Andrew, since you pushed Ophalia out, Bella will come up behind you, and she's going to try to... Yeah, she's going to come up to you and say something like, "Are you sure we can't kill them, Mother?" And she says, "No, don't kill them. We'll want to save them. They'll be a valuable resource for many pies to come." And she says, "Fine." But she slashes you. She gets a 9. That's actually not going to hit, so I won't do it. But she's right next to you, so now you have 2 hags adjacent to you. You're at the window. They're flanking you. You've got Dione on Morgantha and Bella kind of now in front of the steps of the stairs. We go to Morgantha. She's going to do something different here. She's going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement. A black beam of energy springs forth from her finger. Let me see if I hit you first, and then we'll make a... where is it here? Why can't I click on it? It's not clicking? Damn. Cast it. Okay, never mind. Roll 20, no, roll 20. D&D Beyond is giving me some problems here. It doesn't want to listen to me. There it goes. That didn't go. All right, never mind. There we go, finally. Does a 15 hit you?
No.
It does not. Okay. That ray will just kind of like deaden as it hits the side of the wall or something of the mill. It doesn't affect anything other than living components, so it goes away. But she waves her finger and says, "I won't miss next time." And we go to you, Stefano.
So we got Morgantha and Bella by the window with Dione and Rufus.
Rufus is in front of the window, but
Okay.
Morgantha and Bella are flanking him. And then kind of towards the stairs going up is Dione, who is attacking Morgantha.
Okay.
And
so-
for you, Tim, by the way, when you went down, Irina was still down there kind of like snooping around, and she's running with the baby, and she'll just call out to you and be like, "Is everything all right up there?" And we'll come back to you on your way back up. But we'll go to you, Stefano.
So where are the stairs that go downstairs with respect to the window?
To the right of them. So imagine it's a big circle. So if you're looking at the window that Rufus is at, to the right is the stairs that go down. To the left is the stairs that go up.
Okay. And what about on the opposite end of the room? Is this just a wall?
It's so small, Stefano, that
Yeah, okay.
basically the stairs are on one side, like let's say the north side, the south side is the other stairs, and yes, it's just walls on the east and west, but it's 2 steps to get to either.
Okay.
It's two
Essentially,
squares. Yeah.
Then I think what I want to do is put my back to like the wall right next to the top of the stairs that goes downstairs.
Okay, you can do that. She'll be kind of like
And-
behind Bella at that point.
Okay. I don't want to be engaged with either.
You don't have to
either
be.
of them, though.
You don't have to.
Okay. And I'm going to yell out, Yune, distract the old one.
Aid, as is in that sense.
Yes.
Okay.
So Yune will fly in the face of Morgantha, who is the one that's taken 20, right?
Yeah, Morgantha was the one that was hit by Dione. Now, Yune's invisible, so Yune will make themselves visible as they perform the aid action. Okay, so she goes over and flies over, reveals herself as she's pulling the hair of the hag.
Great.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on Morgantha.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
So we didn't talk about this, but I did take Elven Accuracy at level 4.
Hey now.
So I will have advantage on this roll, and I will get to re-roll one of the advantages.
I like it.
So, well, I don't need to re-roll.
Critical
because
hit.
That is a crit.
Nice. Roll your damage.
And all of my spells are cast at level 2.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Sweet. That's a lot of damage. Call it out.
So that's 12 plus 10 is 22 plus 9. That's 31.
Very nice. So you hit her with this massive guiding bolt. Now, of course, when you launch this guiding bolt from your fingertips, normally it's a radiant energy, a radiant light, a bright light. However, instead, it almost looks like the light is it's like changed. Instead of being like bright light, it's almost like that of a black light, like a translucent, and it lights up the colors around it. You can see like the teeth are, shockingly white. You can see stains on everybody's face as this blast charges across the room, and it lets out like a shriek, like almost like a person screaming bloody murder, instead of the normal like nice soft sounds that it would release prior on other planes of existence. But it still does the job, and it hurts her quite a lot. She will double over in pain, and that is what provides the advantage for anybody else that attacks her.
Okay, yeah. So, just in case you guys don't know, you have advantage on the next attack.
Yep.
Whoever attacks Morgantha.
Whoever attacks her, yeah. We're going to jump down to Laurent now. Laurent, Irina calls out to you. Is everything all right?
They're hags. We're fighting them now. Please protect the baby.
Well, I knew they were old hags, but that's not a nice thing to call them.
They're trying to kill us. Protect the baby.
Can
What
I shout out
baby?
something?
What baby?
I'll start running back up the stairs and gesture to the mic I just put down in the bed. Like that one. You keep that one alive.
Sorry, I don't mean what baby. I meant like she was like, "Why do you have a baby?" And she saw you run down with him. So
yeah, that's the baby I'm referring to.
She says, should I get him out of here?"
Well, don't go outside, because I think I just heard one fly out the window.
Well, where do I go? What about the other children? Upstairs.
You hear me shout, secure the exterior door.
What Rufus said, secure the door, bar the door. Bar the door.
So Irina will go down, and this is during technically her turn. She'll go down, see you. You have this quick conversation. You hear Rufus bar the door, and so she'll hold the baby, but then start to push she starts to push like crates and things like that towards the door here. And both are you helping her or no?
I was gonna try and run back upstairs, but now that you mention it, like probably leaving her alone is not the best option. Yeah, no, I'll help her.
So you start to push crates and things like that towards the door, and Tim, you go and you see there's a perfect thing that would block the door. It's a big old barrel.
Oh, the barrel of Ichor. Yeah, I'll push that in front of the door.
Pig in it.
So you go over, you put your hands on the big thing of Ichor, or Ichor, whatever it's called, and you start to drag it, and you feel it's real heavy. And then all of a sudden, the lid pops off and rattles onto the ground, and this slowly, up from the blackness of this tarry substance, reveals the facial features of some sort of distorted, fiendish pig. And I have a picture for you here. I'll send it to you.
I don't know if I want to see it.
And then I'll let you take your action. You didn't really get a chance to act here, so what do you do?
Is this pig thing showing any malevolence towards me or any like?
Yeah, it looks like it's about to pounce.
Oh, then yeah, no, I'm gonna just oh god, I had a whole thing planned out. This isn't it.
Oh.
I think I've seen those before.
Hold on. Oh, I hate that. We have seen that before. I hate it.
It's a dretch.
Yeah. I think we fought them in Avernus.
So what do you
Can
do,
I-
Tim?
Cast.
Fuck off. Cast fuck off.
Yeah. I want to just. I'm going to
attack
take
it?
a step back from the barrel,
Mhm.
and pull out my recently enhanced Soroka deck from
Gotcha.
and I will cast. I'll use it to cast Eldritch Blast on the thing.
So you like pull a card or something like that, right? You said it's like kind of like Gambit, how you...
Yeah, very
It's your
much.
spell focus.
I like Gambit from X-Men. Yeah.
What do you cast?
Eldritch Blast on it.
Go for it. Nice.
It's a dirty 20 to hit, and then 10 force damage.
A 20 will hit. Yeah, absolutely. And 10 damage?
10 force damage.
Okay.
Wow. That's more damage than I've done with any
Yeah,
Eldritch Blast all game.
Welcome to my life as a warlock. I do
I-
more damage as a non-warlock than I ever did as a warlock.
So I do hate to say this, though, but technically it's a range attack, correct?
Oh,
So-
yeah, probably just step back from the barrel, but
Yeah, it could take an attack of opportunity on you, though. Do you care?
oh, yep, no, that's if that's the consequence, so be it.
Okay. It's going to try to bite you.
Okay,
An 11.
I've got a 14 AC.
Okay. So it kind of reaches out, and you see it opens its mouth. It makes this loud snorting sound, and it tries to chomp on you, but you step back just enough to cast your Eldritch Blast at it. And you hit it. It does 10 damage. It's going to go at the end of your turn, and
can I
it's
use
going
a-
to emit... Sorry, go ahead.
Just a bonus action to draw a card for my Tales from Beyond deck.
Oh, you can. Yeah, for sure.
I can draw it. I can't use it on this turn, but I'm just gonna roll a quick D12 on that.
Okay. So this one will be
3.
a target creature of your choice within 5 feet gains temporary points equal to your Bardic Inspiration die roll and Charisma modifier. So if you want to use it, you could use it on Irina.
I'll use it. It's an action to apply it to someone else, so I'll do that at the start of next turn.
Gotcha. So this thing now emits a disgusting green gas cloud. It's basically filling most of this room at this point. Give me a Constitution saving throw. I would say Irina's at the door, so she's just a little bit out of the range.
Sure. 21.
Hey, very nice, very nice. So it's clouding the room. It's disgusting smelling. It's this foul odor, but you're able to withstand its effects. We're gonna go
Good.
jump up to the top floor again. Rufus, your turn.
Okay, so let me get this right. The one that's injured is Morgantha or Bella?
So Morgantha has been injured. Bella has not been injured.
And Ophelia's outside.
You knocked Ophalia outside. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Would it be possible to shove Bella? I look quickly to see if it's possible to do the same thing with Bella.
She's not positioned in a way that you could.
What about Morgantha?
You are at the window. They're on the opposite sides of you.
I couldn't grab her like and swing her through.
So you could grapple them and move them, but it would take more than a round to do that, and you'd have to hold on to them. It would be dangerous, but you could.
Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull out my sword and I'm going to hit Morgantha.
Okay, go for
You
it.
have advantage.
I have advantage, right? Yeah.
Yes, because of his guiding bolt.
I just rolled twice because. Ugh,
Brutal.
9 and 11, even with +7.
It's not going to cut it.
Okay, and I'm kind
This
of
is
pinned
your
in, right?
longsword as well, right?
Yes, my longsword.
Okay. Unfortunately, 9 or 11 is not going to hit it. Is there anything else you want to do in your turn? Bonus action?
No.
Okay. Let's go to... Who's next here? Rufus is done. Dione is next, and then it would be
The Hags.
Irina and the Hags.
Okay. I guess like I am inspired by what I saw Rufus do with Ophalia. So I guess I would like to try and see, yeah, if I could maybe grapple one of them over to a window, just like toss them out.
Sure. Do you want to do it to Morgantha? You're right next to her.
Yes.
Okay,
That
so you
would be
grab
good.
Morgantha and give me an athletics check to see if you can secure her.
Oh, God, an 11.
Ugh.
Well, I have to roll as well.
It's the curse of the 11s.
She does beat you with a 16, so she's able to
Wow.
repel you. She says, "You tiny fool. How dare you?"
Wow. Listen, lady, I am small, but also I am very fierce, okay? So,
No, it doesn't work this time. So, do you have any? Are you going to stay there? Do you want to move around? You can use a bonus action to disengage with your cunning action.
yeah. Wait, I can't. I can only use my bonus action to attack if I've attacked with my primary action. Yes.
No, you
Correct.
have cunning action. You can disengage, hide, or something else. with your
Yeah, but she
bonus
means
action.
just like an offhand attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you did actually. You attacked. The push is actually an attack.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just stick her with my short sword again.
Okay, go for it.
All right, cool. Okay, we got ourselves a 16 to hit.
Gotcha. 16 does not hit, unfortunately.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a
This
nimble
is-
old granny.
Yeah, clearly. This has not been a fruitful turn for Dione. I just stand there uselessly and I wring my hands.
I imagine you
Shrug
run
at
at
my-
her. You tried to push her, right? She like sticks out her hand, holds your forehead. She's like, nah, 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 nah.
And
You
then I
swing.
swing at her with my sword, but my stubby arms aren't long enough, so
Oh.
it's just like.
Curse these arms. If you want to move, you can, but I imagine you could also want to stay there and not take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll just stand there and grit
Okay,
my
great.
teeth.
All right, we'll go to Irina and the hags. I forgot Irina last time, so that's why she and the hags have the same initiative. So I'm gonna have her go now. Tim, she is able to bar the door well with a couple of crates. She's holding the baby. She'll take out her dagger in the other hand, and she will go over and stab this pig creature. How much damage did you do before? 10, right? It was
Yeah, you
10,
did 10.
correct, Tim? Okay.
And sorry, I muted myself.
That's okay. She hits with a total of 23, so that'll be a success, and she's going to roll her damage with her dagger. And we're looking at 3 damage. So she does 3 damage to the creature. You've done 10. All right, and now we go to the hags. Morgantha is going to look at Rufus and cast a spell at you.
Ugh.
Rufus, give me a wisdom saving throw.
$17.
Oof.
wow.
You're so good. She says, you think you're brave and tough. Well, we'll see how brave you are when you're under my command. And you could tell she's trying to curse you in some way. You can almost feel compelled to do what she wants you to do. You feel like you might want to drop your sword and your shield and beg for mercy. But the Gwaindire didn't raise no coward. The Gwain Lord, I should say, did not raise no coward. You can repel this.
We're strong people.
Very strong, mentally and physically.
Of course, my nobility brings me both a common folk.
Yes, it does. So that's the end of her turn. We'll go to Bella. Bella seems to be the more brutish of the gang, so she'll try to claw you again. And she gets a 21 to hit.
That's clawing me.
Yeah.
Oh, she'll hit with that.
20 slashing damage.
20 slashing damage.
Yeah. How many hit points do you have?
Well, I have the temporary 6, and then that'll put me down to. That'll put me down to 20.
Is this too late to cast silvery barbs? Do
No,
I
you
need to
can.
say it earlier?
You can cast read Silvery Barbs. Does it say you have to cast it at a certain point? By the way, Andrew, how much hit points did you have?
Well, I had 34, but I had 6 temporary hit points, so I'm down to 20.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Silvery Barbs. Yeah, Dione, it's a... You may need to know before the result, I think, right? Or I think Silvery Barbs might not. I'm going to look it up. But let's just say for all intents and purposes, it did. You want to do it on the attack roll?
Yes, definitely.
So it says...
There it
when a creature
Yeah,
you
when
can
a
see within
creature
60 feet succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. So yeah, we could re-roll it. Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
I will re-roll it. Here we go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it is a... Oh, it's better. A 23. So sorry. But still,
okay.
Rufus, everything applies. However, Dione, you still get to give somebody advantage on their attack roll.
Okay.
Who would you like to give advantage to? Rufus or Canas?
I'll give advantage to Rufus, and it's the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Yep.
Got it.
So, yeah.
Okay, Canas, you're up.
Damn. Well, could have used that advantage. But I'll have the imp distract. All right. So I'll tell Yune to continue pulling at Morgantha's hair.
I will do this, Canas, but I worry about the kids upstairs. I don't know if we can win this fight.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we can either.
We're barricaded in now, so I sure hope so.
Canas will, sorry, not Canas, Yune will distract again and tug on the hair of Morgantha and give you advantage. Go ahead.
All right. So this time I'll just cast an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
You can do it.
So far 2 16s, but I get to re-roll 1.
Oh, from Elven Accuracy, yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh wait, sorry, I cast Guiding Bolt by accident instead of Eldritch Blast. Can I
still
keep
hits.
Can I keep the crit?
Yeah, it still hits. The dice D20 doesn't change.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna click on Eldritch Blast.
Twice.
This kind of messes it up. Just subtract 4. I'm gonna click on Eldritch Blast twice.
Sounds good. You just tell me the total.
So 8 plus 4.
So 12?
So 12 total.
12 total. Got it.
Why did you
Okay.
Oh,
subtract
wait.
4?
Isn't it?
Wait, why didn't
level...
Why didn't it add my charisma?
It didn't add your charisma, and
No,
it
it
only
just-
did it as... Oh, no, you still only have 1d10 at this level.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so-
but yeah, it should add your
Okay,
charisma.
so that's a lie. It's 12
20.
plus 8, so it's 20.
It's 20.
Dang, you didn't even need that advantage, man.
Well, I took
No,
it
actually,
by using Yune.
He got Yune. And Yune did the aid action, so gave him advantage. But he actually did need it, because if he didn't, he wouldn't have even hit.
I would have hit.
But it worked out, because Yune, that's kind of why you have a familiar. You want Yune to do that. All right, so successful turn, it seems, Canas. Are you staying here at the stairs to the second floor?
I think so. Well, actually, I guess since I have the room to run, I'm gonna listen to Yune, and I might try to run up to check on the kids.
So you're at the second floor stairwell, the one that would go down. The one that would go up is on the opposite,
yeah.
near Morgantha
It's on
and
the.
Dione.
I think I'm gonna stay here.
Okay, sounds good.
How does Morgantha look?
She definitely isn't doing well, but are we using bloodied rules in this? I forget.
You didn't necessarily say. I was just curious, like,
She
because I
doesn't-
can tell that I got some pretty good hits in.
She still
And,
looks pretty potent in combat.
Yeah.
I know. You've done 61 damage to her so far.
Wow.
Okay, we go to top of the order here, Laurent.
Um.
You're downstairs in
I
the
would-
basement with her, with
Yeah.
Irina.
Is the door still pretty well barricaded as far as I can tell?
It is, yeah. Uh-huh.
I think I want to cast a Dissonant Whispers on the Drudge.
Okay.
So it's got to make a Wisdom saving throw of 14.
Wisdom of 14, huh?
Wisdom of 14.
It fails.
It's going to take exactly 6 psychic damage.
And that's enough to kill it.
Wow, I'm so glad. That was great. Okay, cool.
The creature will drop back down into the goo, and you see it bubbling up, that black tar bubbling up, and eventually the liquid settles, and you can tell that the creature has been disposed of.
Repulsive. Can I use my movement to start running up the stairs to the second floor?
Yeah, yep, you can get up
And
to
I
the
wanted
second
to-
floor.
Tell Arena to stay behind me, but keep that baby safe.
She'll, on her turn, because she went before you, technically, she'll follow, as she heard.
Yeah.
We go to Rufus. Rufus, you're at the window still. You look down, and it looks as though Ophalia is scaling the outside. She lands on the second floor scaffolding that's outside of the outer surface, and she's climbing to the windowsill. Takes her whole turn, but she gets about halfway up.
This is reassuring.
We go to you.
Well, first of all, I'm going to slash at Morgantha again.
Go for it.
I don't get any advantage or anything, right? 'Cause-
No. Oh, you do. Yes, actually. Michelle gave it to you.
Oh, let me try this twice then. 19.
Oh, thank goodness, Rufus. That 13 really scared me. You have a 19, you hit.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna do. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this with crit. What's that?
So it should
So-
crit normal. Wait, crit? It didn't crit.
Oh no, not crit. I mean, okay, so I get 8 slashing damage,
Yep.
and I'm gonna use a spell slot to get an extra 3d8 damage.
Okay, you're using smite.
Might, yeah. And
So
it's
it
because
sh-
they're fiends, I get 3d8 damage.
Correct.
Uh,
An
so
additional
that's
10.
an additional 10 damage.
And this is with
and
the
I-
longsword of the Burgomaster, correct?
Right, yeah. But it's
Okay, so-
radiant. The smite is radiant damage.
Yeah. But even the regular will go through.
Okay. And then,
So that's a lot of damage that goes through.
18
And-
is what I'm counting, right?
yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my channel divinity to heal the power. So as the smite goes off, the smite it manifests itself in kind of a thunderous noise, which comes off, and then it turns into almost like a visible mist, which I inhale. And I say, "Power of the Gwain Lord," and I inhale this mist, and I heal myself 11 plus. This is my channel divinity. Plus, I think my spell casting, which is +2, so I heal 13 damage back.
Sweet. Awesome. And I would say that narration actually fits, except it looks just like the mist that drew you into Barovia.
Hmm.
All right. Now we go to Dione.
Okay. I will continue to hack and slash at what's her face, Morgantha,
Mhm.
with my short swords. Just oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that was a crit fail, so I'm gonna assume that doesn't hit. Gonna go for the offhand.
No, it's
Which
13
is
will not hit either.
13. Wow. Okay. This is not a great fight for Dione. Do I have enough? Like, can I like shove myself between Morgantha and Rufus?
Not
'Cause
quite. They're adjacent to each other, so you can't end in a square of somebody else's. I mean, you could try to interpose yourself, but like get close as you can. But you wouldn't be able to physically be between the two of them.
Okay. I can't like push Rufus back.
That could
Or-
be your action, but you've attacked.
Okay. Well, then I will just stay put.
Okay. And then we go to Irina and downstairs, and she'll follow up to the second floor, and she looks out to the window and she says to you, Tim, she looks out and goes, Laurent,
Yes.
they're climbing the
Yes,
walls
yes.
outside. You can see the hag climbing through the second story window. She goes and she's climbing up to the, you can see her just kind of the outside of her. She uses the window as a foothold, but she comes back up and she's continuing up to the third floor.
Noted. All right, we're gonna have to keep going up then. Can anyone else go to the third floor? I'll deal with Morgantha for a while.
Not Morgantha, that was Ophalia who fell out.
Yeah, I've got Morgantha Hex, so I can do some pretty serious damage to her if anyone else can divert their attention to the third floor.
Okay. So we'll go to, so Irina will join you up there, and she'll get up to the third floor because she'll use her dash, and she gets up there ahead of you. She runs past you up the stairs, and Canas, you see Irina, she's right behind you now, and she goes, we have to get the kids out of here.
You're right.
She's holding little Micah as well.
She is in fact holding a child herself.
Fetch them. I will hold the hags.
I'll say to Yune, go upstairs and wake them up. Chase them down if you must, because I know that she's frightening.
Okay, so Irina will do that. She'll make that her mission to go upstairs and get the kids. We'll go to.
I was gonna tell Yune to do it.
Oh, Yune. Okay. Oh, I thought you were talking about Irina. Never mind.
To wake them up and then chase them down because of how scary she looks.
Arena is also scary looking.
They will probably want to be my friend. This may not be the best plan that you've come up with, Canas.
After you save them, yes.
So Yune will obviously when it gets to your turn, you could command Yune to do that. But Irina just spent her turn getting up there, and now the hags will go. Ophalia will spend the rest of her turn getting up close to the windowsill. That'll be her last chance getting up to the third floor, or her next turn getting up to the third floor. And then the other hags will attack. Let's see. I'm going to pick Dione. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yep, it's a 7. Do your worst.
All right, so you can see Morgantha's eyes. It looks like they become an inky void imbued with dread power. She looks at you, and she basically, you can see like this like almost like like Venom, the character Venom from Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
The inky void like that just shoots out at you, and it like makes connection with your eyes, and you feel this horrible fear come over your body, so much so that your body basically shuts down. You fall asleep.
Oh, okay. Like I
You are-
actually fall asleep.
You
It's
are
not like
unconscious on the floor.
Okay, great. I just
You
kind of like curl up in fetal position and I start snoring.
Yep. You basically are scared to the point where you pass out. And then,
Wow.
the eye thing will detach. That might have been just in your own mind. Nobody else can really tell. But you go unconscious. All right. And now we go to Andrew. No, that's not Andrew's turn. Excuse me, Canas' turn. Oh, I missed
Okay.
one. I missed one night hag actually. Let me do Bella on you,
Bella.
Andrew. A 9 does not hit you, so we go to you, Stefano.
All right. So I will say to Yune, get the kids, wake them up, chase them downstairs, and Yune will disengage
And fly up.
and fly up.
Yune will go upstairs. Through its sight, or at least its description, you'll see she'll say this.
I see them, Canas. They're in cages. There's not much in here. It's just a big dome. You can see the windmill attached to it.
Are the
I'll take them
kids
out of
in-
their cages now.
Are the kids in the cages?
Yes. Oh, it's locked. What am I going to do?
Force it open.
I'll try. It's not budging.
Damn it.
Should I
I
throw them
turned
out
to
the
a-
window?
Wait, what?
Should I throw them out the window?
I don't think that would be smart, Yune. That's not a way to make friends.
Oh, they're crying. All of them. Both of them are crying.
Just tell them, assure them that you're here to help them. Irina, the children are in cages.
I
there
could
anything
maybe
you could do
carry
about
one of
that?
them.
What?
Maybe I could break the lock.
Yune was unable to do any of the sort.
Canas, they're crying. What do I do?
Break the lock.
I'm trying. It won't work.
Irina, Yune might need your help.
On it, she says. She has her dagger and the little baby in hand.
Okay.
All right. So we
And
go.
I will, I'll attack Morgantha.
Sure.
No triple advantage this time.
Irina will spend her turn disengaging and moving past the hags and getting up the steps. And she'll
Great.
start to move all the way up.
That's a miss.
That is a miss with a 12, yeah.
Cool.
All right, so we go to the... Oh, sorry.
I'm
go
gonna.
ahead.
I'm also gonna shout downstairs, Laurent, a little help here.
Laurent is coming up. I believe it's your turn now, Laurent.
And Morgantha is still on the second floor.
So third floor is where the combat's happening.
I am gonna keep running up to the third floor then.
You get up to the third floor, and you're right behind Canas. You can see the room. Again, a 20-foot diameter room. There are stairs that you just came up. On the opposite side, there's the stairs going to the fourth floor, where you can see Irina's maybe like the lower half of her body ascending upwards. Morgantha's at the base of those stairs. You see 5 feet or maybe 10 feet ahead of Canas is Andrew and Bella. They're fighting at the window. And you see the clawed hands of Ophalia trying to grab in to the room.
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers at second level on Morgantha. It's gonna be a Wisdom saving throw, and she's got disadvantage from the hex.
Disadvantage, got it. So she already has magical resistance, so this will just be a regular straight roll here. for
Oh
her.
boy,
It is a 4.
she's gonna take 17 damage and maybe a bit more. What does hex say?
Dang.
An extra 1d6 necrotic damage
Oh, for the hex, yeah.
for the hex. Let's see.
So what's the total?
The total is going to be 21 damage, 17 psychic for necrotic.
Dang, she's taking quite a bit of damage so far. All right. Anything else?
That's it. I don't have any bonus actions I can do. But if it gets really dicey, someone let me know, because I can also heal somebody. I still have that action in my pocket from the card I've drawn and I used. I can give somebody
Rufus.
temporary hit points. I'm just waiting for me to lose some hit points before I do it, but I have it.
Rufus may need it. Rufus, you're up.
Okay,
Well,
next turn, I'll do it.
I'm fully healed because actually I made
Well,
a mistake. In
By
that
the time it gets
I
to his
had-
next turn, you
Oh,
may
I
be
have my
hurting.
level, yeah.
Yeah.
So I glance at Morgantha. Does she look pretty injured now?
She does, yeah.
Let's try and finish her off with another short sword attack.
She's got to use her turn to get away from me on her turn from Dissonant Whispers.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Run away as far as possible.
She has not gone yet, so we still have time.
Oh, I thought that was instant.
Oh, I don't
It
get.
must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Immediate, so it's a reaction. Okay, so then she's going to have to move. So she will go up the stairs then because you're on the opposite stairs. So Andrew
and-
gets an attack of opportunity, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's
Go for it.
this 22.
A 22, you say?
Yeah.
The hag gets a little bit of her own medicine here as she's been hexed and is fearful of Laurent. She turns tail and runs, and you slice her down the back. What's your damage?
Uh,
Are you smiting?
It's 10. And oh, hang on. Yeah, it's 10, and I will also smite.
Mmm.
Do it.
Done. She's done.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Total
what a
of 30
spike.
damage.
20 on the smite damage, 10 with the long sword. That might have been the best possible result. Andrew, how do you kill her?
Oh, as she turns, I kind of spin the sword around and it slices her head straight off, and it flies up in the air and lands on the grindstone and like peers up at me.
Yune's like, I accidentally hit a switch. I've hit a switch, Canas.
Canas, I've hit a switch. I don't think this is the grindstone. Look out.
And the grindstone will start moving, grinding up her head into a purplish paste.
Gross.
Ah,
The grindstone.
nice job, Yune.
By the way, I have
You
no
killed
idea how
you killed Morgantha.
I have no idea how windmills work, as you can tell. So I don't know if there's a way to turn that on. Whatever, it's going as our head cannon is, and she is pasted onto this grindstone. Her body falls right next to Dione's. Dione, you're unconscious, so we're gonna pass you for right now. Irina will take this opportunity to get to the top of the area there, and she can see she sees Yune, Yune's lifting up one of the cages, trying to like shake the lock off. But Irina says, "We don't have time for this. Just follow me." And she'll take her other hand, she'll put her dagger away, grab one of the cages in one hand, baby in the other, and start to truck it down the stairs. And Yune will pick one cage up and follow her. We go to the Hags. Bella and Ophalia. Ophalia just peeks her head up. She finally.
You didn't skip me, did you? Because that was a reaction.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a
dang.
reaction.
I totally did. So then you go right now. Yeah, go ahead.
So, is it possible to shove Ophalia without getting a reaction from Bella?
Yeah, shoving is an attack. So no, it wouldn't cause a attack of opportunity.
Yes, because I want to shove her back out of the window again.
Okay, I'll give you advantage on this roll because she's like kind of
coming
climbing
right
in.
in. Yeah. Okay, so that's athletics, right?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I rolled. I rolled a 21.
Okay.
So a 16 and
so
a
close.
20.
I get 20.
You like bash the shield into her face, and she's like, "No, I'm getting in here," and she pushes her way into the room.
Oh dear.
What do you do with any bonus action, or are you good?
Well, I'm out of spell slots now, so
Okay. So she gets up into the area here, and she'll take her turn to claw you, and so will Bella. Oh my God! Ophalia gets a crit.
See ya.
18 damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's
18.
actually not great at all. Yeah, she rolled pretty low. 18
Okay.
damage from the crit.
I'm fine.
And then Bella will do the same.
Oh dear.
And that's going to be a total of 24 to hit, not a crit. 17 slashing damage. That was almost as good as the crit.
Oof.
17.
Yep, so 18 and 17, you've taken 35.
Okay, so I'm down.
Unconscious?
Yeah.
Oh! What's your total max HP?
34.
This is going to be a critical, our inflicting wounds thing. Remember that?
Yep.
I'll get that set up, but we're gonna skip. So you get knocked down by the second attack. You go unconscious, and we go to, I guess it'll be Canas next.
Good. Has Irina started down the stairs with the
She's-
cage in her hand?
She's got the cages in her hand, and so is Yune. You're all on the same floor now, the third floor.
Yune has the other cage.
Yep, Yune's carrying one cage with the girl, and Canas, Irina's carrying the baby and the boy.
All right, I'm gonna try to try to kick Dione awake.
You can. It's an action to do so.
Cool.
Dione, you're shaken awake abruptly by the boot heel of Canas.
Oh, okay. Also, just for imagery purposes, right before you awakened me, I was on my side, drooling heavily, and I was kind of like going like this in my sleep, like twitching. But yes.
I'm also, well, he's leaving, but I'm going to bonus action a healing light for Rufus.
Oh, what does that give him?
Just 1d6 hit points.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice.
So 3. And with everyone up and awake and kind of in this room, in this area at this point, I'm just going to shout, everybody, we've got the kids. We need to run. Let's go.
Every NPC nods with affirmation. Rufus, give me a d20 roll, just for your injury.
He said he'll be right back.
Oh, okay. I'll roll it then. Here we go, everybody. Here's Rufus's lingering injury. Oh boy. This is probably one of the best ones he could have got, actually. The better you roll, the higher you roll, the least.
Oh, wow.
It's a minor scar. So we're going to say that he's going to now have a scar across his face. Harry Potter style, maybe like right above his eye. He's got this like claw mark of this hag, this night hag. Just maybe like 2 or 3 of the fingernails, like one really made the indentation, like the middle finger made the big indentation, cuts across his eye, but the other's just slightly above on the forehead. So he's got a nice little slashed eyebrow, and that's going to be there. All right.
So, really quick, I just want to know if this is possible. I'm assuming it's not, but I used my action to kick Dione.
Yep.
I used my bonus action to heal Rufus. I was wondering if it was possible for Yune to pass off the cage onto me and then use my movement to run down the stairs.
So it's a 20-foot diameter room. So you went, maybe 15 feet in. You could go back to the steps with your movement, and I would say that's fine.
Okay, back.
You wouldn't be able to get downstairs, but you can get back to the steps where you were.
Okay.
Like where you started.
Oh, because I had to run into kick Dione. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so with the cage in hand.
Yep, you with the young girl in hand, you have the 5-year-old Myrtle. She's in the cage. You take her cage. It's like kind of like a dog kennel. You take her cage and you run to the top of the steps as if you're heading down.
And I'll have Yune fly in the face of, I guess,
one
Bella.
of the hags, Bella. Sure. So just a distractor.
Who's the one that well, they both attacked Rufus.
They
right?
both attacked, and they're both in the room now. So she'll just distract Bella, the one that was closer to the stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we go to Canas. Laurent, you're up.
Just use a free action to announce to everyone running out behind me that the front door is barricaded. Arena and I blocked the door. And then I'll use my bonus action to transfer the hex from Morgantha to Bella.
Okay. And your
so
action?
She now has the same wisdom curse, and then I will use Distant Whispers. No, I'm going to use Cure Wounds on Rufus, a 2nd level Cure Wounds on Rufus.
Not your card?
Not the card, because it gives me and him temporary HP, and I haven't taken a single hit yet, so it'd be like a loss of HP.
Okay. But it's a set amount, right? Isn't it? It's 10 or 11?
If I use the card, it would be.
Okay, so you want to use Cure Wounds. So you're going to rush over to him and tag him for Heal Wounds.
Yeah.
Cure Wounds, go ahead.
So he's going to take 16 healing.
Nice, Rufus, you heal 16.
And that's my whole turn. I'm now standing next to Rufus. Bella is hexed, and he is healed.
Okay, great. Now let's go to Rufus. You're on the floor still. Technically, you are, still, prone, but you've been healed quite a bit. I think you've been healed about 19 at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I get. So, and just let me know. So everyone else is running away at this point.
Yeah, it seems like it.
And where are the kids? The kids in the cages.
Rufus.
I have one cage.
Yeah, Canas has one cage and he's heading down the steps to the second floor.
Yes, and Irina has the other.
Irina has the other 2, and she's in the room with you.
Oh, okay, so she's leaving.
She will, but on her turn, yeah.
I'm getting pounded by these hags. I'm going to take the dodge action.
Ah, not bad idea.
I'm going to stand up and take the dodge action.
Okay.
And shout obscenities at the hags.
Nice. And we
Your
go
friend
to
is dead, and you are to follow.
Dione. You're up next.
Run,
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah, I see that we are all leaving. I guess I'm kind of like disoriented. I shake my head, and at first I kind of gesture with my sword towards where Morgantha was, but I see that her body is just a crumpled heap on the floor. Take it
Head
all
missing.
in for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And then I will turn on my heel and I follow Canas. I am heading out of here.
You
Can
just.
she start unbarricading the door?
I was gonna say, actually, if you want, Irina is there. You could end up taking one of the cages or the infant. She has two babies or two children in her hand. So if you want to take one, you can use your 2 actions to dash, get away, get downstairs.
Can you smash out a window downstairs?
Yeah, so I have a speed of 30 feet. Do you think with 60 feet I can go like all the way downstairs to where the front door is?
Yes. So you're on the 3rd floor. So we said that every move action could get you to the next floor.
I see. So my idea is I want to like tumble down the stairs and like kind of build up speed as I go, like gravity is helping, and then like go all the way down one stairs and then all the way down the second, and then use all that built up momentum to just like Kool-Aid Man through the door.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a. Let's see what. We'll just say it's a. Let's do. What's acrobatics? Let's do acrobatics for this.
Sure. Okay.
See if you can gather the speed necessary.
Yeah. All right. A 17.
Okay, that's fair enough. So you get the speed rolling. You end up falling, and it ends up being more of a comedic, like bouncing on steps, but you do tumble down, and you get to the bottom.
I'm boulder shaped. It works.
That's true. You are boulder shaped. So give me a strength check to see if you can break through the door. I'll say the DC is, since it's barricaded, a DC 15.
Okay. Straight strength. Oh.
Damn.
You slam into the door, and I'm going to give you a D6 of damage.
Oh man.
There's got to be some consequence for that roll. So,
dude, Dione has not been rolling well tonight. Okay, 3. I'll take 3 damage.
No, I rolled the wrong dice. Oh, sorry. You rolled it. I see. Okay, yeah. That's even better. Take the 3. Yeah. I rolled a D20 by accident the first roll. You don't take 14 damage.
Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah. So I try my best, but instead I just like bounce off the door a little bit, and I just sit there like in a daze, rubbing my head.
The only thing that's broken is your ego.
Broken and bruised.
But you are downstairs, so you spend your 2
Yes.
moves and get downstairs. Next up would be the Hags, so they're going to take 2 attacks on you, Rufus. They're very upset for what you've done to their mother, and they will claw you. So the first attack is going to be the best is a 9. The second attack, the best is a disadvantage is an 8. So that's not going to help. So They swing at you, and you could tell, at this point, they're distracted. You're dodging as well, but they're looking over to their mother's body. At this point, both of them will leave you and run to their mother. And, oh, mother, we've failed you. And they kind of cower over her body, crying.
Can I hit one of them with a reaction?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oy vey.
Actually, I'm not going to bother to do that.
Okay.
Oh.
At this point,
just do it.
If this
No,
point, if
I
you
don't
want to
want to
run,
distract
you
them
can.
from running away.
You can run. Irina will take the kid, the kids down. She'll shove the kids. She'll give you the cage, Andrew, because it's heavy for her. So she'll give you the cage with Freak in it, and she'll take baby Micah downstairs. And at this point, you can hustle down and follow along.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, everybody. So real quick to finish things up here, the Hags, you hear them howling as they're crying over their fallen mother. But let's finish up here because it's 11:30 Eastern time. So we're gonna wrap things up. And thank you for being patient with us here watching. So you run out. You get to the bottom. You see Dione has barreled into the door. She's kind of like keeling over the side of the crate that was put in front to keep the Hags out. You get down finally. Canas, whoever doesn't have things in their hands, will push aside the crate, and you can exit the room.
By the way, what I was gonna do on my next turn, I was gonna go downstairs and I was gonna hold a action to cast darkness upstairs.
Fair enough.
So as soon as everyone gets down the stairs, I'm using my last spell slot to cast darkness on that area, so
Good
that
idea.
just to make sure that they can't see, so that to give us some extra time to escape.
That's probably a good idea. Their confusion, their wailing, and their mourning over their mother, it will make it hard to pursue. So you get to the bottom. Irina says, "Oh, the map! Don't forget the map." She goes over and gathers her things. You all grab your stuff, and you rush out. The rain has settled a bit. It's not heavy rain like it was before, but it's still raining. The mud, the sloshing as you all rush out, licking your wounds. Rufus, you notice you have a nasty scar on your forehead. Were you here for the chart that we rolled on?
No, I was away.
You have like 2.5 claw marks. Like the middle finger got you pretty good, the forefinger a little bit, and then the index finger a little less, or ring finger a little less. But just above your eye, you have like these 2 big gashes. They're going to leave a noticeable scar for the future.
Well, I wear that with pride because we saved the children.
And you do. You get maybe a few hundred feet away from the windmill. You get out of the valley and into the forested area again. And you finally catch your breath. You unlock the kids from their cages. They're thankful. They clutch whomever lets them out. And Dione, Laurent, Canas, everybody settles in for a moment. But the 3 of you are overcome with sleep. You have we'll say 2 rounds before you feel the effects fully kick in and you're going to go unconscious. What do you do?
On the way with the windmill, would it be possible to cast Enlarge on the stove to try and start a fire in the windmill?
No, I don't believe you can cast Enlarge on a non-organic thing.
On the stove,
Right.
Like
I
the
don't
giant.
I think you can only cast Enlarge on a person, like a creature, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, not Enlarge. Is it
I think so. You can look it up.
creature object within range?
Oh, object. Okay.
I'm gonna
Alright.
shout, "Where's the cart?" Morgantha's cart.
That's back in the mill.
Damn it.
Tim, I'm gonna say though it's not gonna start a fire though. It would just
Okay.
make it bigger, and it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I not wake them up as they fall asleep?
We haven't tried it yet.
I'll try and wake them up.
They haven't fallen asleep yet. I give them a chance
Yeah,
to
well,
say or
what
do
do I
something, but
I mean, there's no. We've already been here. There's no shelter other than the windmill, right?
right. You're in the forest right now. A little bit of coverage from the rain, but
I was gonna say that Rufus and Irina and Yune, we're gonna have to pull us on the Morgantha's cart.
no, you'd have to go back and get the cart, and the cart wasn't very good in this condition.
Mm-hmm.
With my last action, then I want to pull out from my Taroka deck the Innocent card, and Rufus and I mean, like really just Rufus already have temporary HP. Rufus gets 10 temporary HP.
That's gonna be huge, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Rufus, 10 temporary hit points.
Got it.
Dione, anything you say before you succumb to your sleep?
I think I don't really have much to say. My performance in our combat was so shameful that I think Dione would rather just kind of keep quiet. But Dione I will cast Reduce and make myself very, very small, like the size of a mouse. And then I'll find a nice tree with some large roots, some brambling roots, and then I'll curl up in like the nook of some roots and just kind of like fall asleep there.
Perfect. Canas?
I'll just say, try to wake us. Find shelter. You must. And then I fall asleep.
There's one thing that you must know. So Laurent, Dione, Canas used to come to the sleep effect of the dream pies. You're having your marvelous dreams. We'll love to hear about it next session. Rufus, you and Irina look at each other, and you're like shepherds with these three young children. You have an infant, you have a 5-year-old girl, Myrtle, and you have the 7-year-old boy, Freak, and Micah, of course, baby form. They all look at you. They're like, "Where are we going to go? How are we going to survive?" And Irina says, "Don't worry, we're going to be fine."
And you've got me. The kids are
The kid
going to be all right.
and the kid's like, "I don't want to go. It's too scary." And then Rufus, they all look to you.
Everything will be fine, children. Don't worry.
Rufus, you hear a rustling from some brush behind you.
The scarecrow.
You see a man dressed in overalls, and he's got hay poking out of his collar.
No.
Great.
The Scarecrow has come back for vengeance. Next time on Tabletop Bob, we'll see what happens. Can Rufus defend his friends?
Good luck, buddy. Take that temporary HP and run for
I
the
take
hills.
the dash action. No, not really.
Everyone,
Ditch the kids. We're done.
thank you for Thank you for staying up with this extra late edition. This is the hat edition, I believe, right? We all wore hats today.
Hat edition.
Hats off to you all. You played a wonderful game, and to everybody who watched us in the chat, tune in next time to see if we can, if Rufus can survive the assault from the Scarecrow. Until next time, though, we will see you on the tabletop. Have a great night, everybody.